at a very low level and take you through the course. So, anybody who has harbored thoughts of starting a venture at any point of time in your life, there is an opportunity for you to start your venture. How do we intend to do this? This year, we are working with partner institutions, which means that you could do a part of the boot camp and your entire incubation in the city which is very close to you. So you don't have to relocate to Bangalore if you get selected. We will very gently take you from one step to the other, and you would hardly notice the stress of actually coming with an idea that you can start your venture with. Welcome and come and join this program. Lastly, I would like to thank Goldman Sachs and Department of Science and Technology for believing in us and supporting this program.
So like Professor Suresh mentioned, this program is completely free. You don't have to pay anything for any of the stages in this program itself. There will be a MOOC online course for the first 6 weeks. And going further, like I told you guys, there will be a boot camp at respective satellite centers. And from the top 300, we will select 100 who can still come for another boot camp in Bangalore. All expenses covered, including the accommodation. And then come back to your respective centers and start the incubation. We are also delighted to let you know that at the start of incubation, we will be providing you with rupees 50,000 of prototyping grant just to set up and start off your business, to just probably put it down on the website of whatever your idea is on the about the venture itself. So you can use that money for developing the prototype or the product. We would really stress on adapting technology and science into your ventures regardless of the sector you're coming from. And we would also support you with 30,000 rupees of stipend monthly for 1 year, starting from May 2018 to 2019. Top 10 ideas will stand a chance from these 100 women to go to an all expenses paid trip to Israel to experience the startup ecosystem at Israel and also get ideas on how the businesses and ventures work at Israel. And you can still come back to your ventures, and if you're still doing really good after 1 year of incubation, IMB and NSRCL will be more than happy to support you with seed funding of up to around 50 lakh rupees for your business, so that you can take it further, right? So I'll just go through the website. So this is how the look and feel of our website is. So this is our 15 women who are currently incubated at NSRCL right now. These are the final 15 from last year's program that we had. So you have all the information there. The first process to register is to go here and click register now and enroll yourself onto this online course. So this is where you fill in your email address and your details and just create an IMBX account. Go to your email and just verify that account, and that's it. 22nd your course starts. Come back to this IMBX page and start your course. We will give you the link later on the 22nd on our website itself. So you have all the information on the website. So what we offer, the mentoring and the networking opportunities, the compliance support, office infrastructure, financial support, and the process of when and what happens at different stages, and supporters and partners. We have the testimonials of different women from last year, and these are the FAQs that please feel free to post your queries here. You just have to put your name, your email ID and your query and submit. We will respond to you with the answer to your query. That is the best way to get in touch with us. And I would really suggest you guys go and register right away. If you have the website link, you can just pull out your phones and start registering from today. And you can just forward this website link on WhatsApp to your friends, whoever might be interested in doing this as well. So I will now play the video of the launch event that we had on the 8th of this month, where around 5 women entrepreneurs have come and presented their stories of how their experience was in this program. So, here we go.
Hi. I'm really surprised to see so many women here. Like, where have all these women emerged from? It's so encouraging and nice to see all of you here. So, good morning, good afternoon, senior faculty, dignitaries, and all the fools in this room. Fools because you've got to be a fool to try this out. So, entrepreneurship is crazy, and I'm one of those fools, and I'm going to be talking about my story. So, that's what I do. I tell stories, and I try to get others to tell their stories through our platform, Penbound. So when I started out, I was a 21-year-old chartered accountant who had a very bright and cushy job waiting at PricewaterhouseCoopers, and it seemed like a good thing to do. My mom wanted me to take it, and like any middle-class mom, the promise of a bright and secure future was large. And then that came crashing down with that one NASCOM email that said there's a women entrepreneurship program anchored by Goldman Sachs. My mom's nightmare came true because I applied. And so I applied without telling anyone, quietly. And that one moment in the short lifespan of 26 years has been the best decision so far. I got into this program, and about the incubation time. It's like the director of the college is your father. You know, that's the kind of feeling you get because they're strict. They make you do a lot of things, and they make you, they whack you when you do something stupid. But you know that they are very influential and they can get you in many places. So that's what NSRSM and IIMD does to you. They make sure you are protected and you get the right kind of branding, you get the right kind of networking. And all of that happens during the incubation, but at the same time it's tough because they expect a lot out of you. They expect you to give them that much commitment. They expect you to be there, to work hard and not slack off. So it's been an extremely amazing journey, the entire incubation. A five-slider presentation is what I came in with Penbound. And today we have a platform that has more than 10,000 reads, over 600 stories from 3 continents and 9 nationalities. That's what's happened in the last 7 months. Also, we've been recently given a feature on by NSRSL, which is the most encouraging thing ever. So everybody who said, don't try this, don't do this, it's not going to work, what are you going to do, why are you leaving a well-paid job? This is the answer to all of that. So I'd like all the women who are watching this, and maybe outside too, the world is filled with stories, big and small, good and bad. Are you going to make your story worth reading? That's what's important. Thank you, and I hope you all try this out. It's a great experience, you won't regret it.
Please may call upon Deepika Anu, who's the founder of M-Talents. Hello, this is Deepika from M-Talents, and all of these people here are talking about the women startup ecosystem in India, how it has been flourishing in the past 2 years. But I must tell you, this is not just theory, and I have proof of it because in the last 1 year, and my startup is just a year old, and in the past 1 year, I think Anita ma'am has heard me speaking 4 or 5 times. So I think she also knows my business model very, very well. So I come from M-Talents, and my venture is into picking up the best sales talent through a comprehensive soft skill evaluation. So we have a platform where people give a 30-40 minute test, and they are rated on their sales talent. So when I came in here in the WSP program, that is when I actually started the venture practically. And I would like to tell you a few pointers about the program. So one of the major things, these guys are talking all about women entrepreneurship and how they want to support it. But once you enter, they forget that. They tell you to not be women entrepreneurs, you just have to be an entrepreneur, that's it. So when we came in, that was a real surprise. And I think that is the one reason why, we are into the B2B business model, and it's very hard to get corporate sign-up with the startup. So within 6 months of existence, we have got 3 clients signed up, and that is all because of the mentors we have here. They have been pushing us, really like fathers, as Anushka said. So it's been very, very important for us. And then secondly, I would like to say the ecosystem of mentors that has been made here is not just professional. Like mentors like Naga sir or Professor Suresh, they know us so well, they know what we do when we wake up until the night. I mean, like they know everything about us, and that is how deeply they are going into whether or not we succeed. So they're really connected with our success, and that is the most important thing that I would like to. So that's all from my side. Now I would like to call Meeta, my friend Meeta, who's also incubatee at NSRC. She would like to share her story. Thank you, Deepika. I'm Meeta. My venture Workstera is a remote service delivery platform for women professionals. It is an effort to provide remote work opportunities to those women who are not able to work and bring them back to the workforce. I see that we have already heard from so many speakers like Dr. Gupta and Mr. Ravi Krishnan about women missing from the workforce. So Workstera is a small effort to those women and take the work beyond the boundaries of metro to the remotest places of the country and bring them back to the workforce. The inspiration behind Workstera is my own story. I left my job as a developer when I got married, my husband being an army officer and posted in a small town. Moving every 2 years made me switch to remote working. While I was able to take my career to the remotest places of the country, I was surrounded with women who were not able to work. I wanted to help them, but I didn't know how. And that's when Women Startup Program happened, and I used the insights gained from a 10-year-long remote working career to build a platform which took shape as Workstera. Workstera is a talent cloud of verified and mentored women freelance professionals who work from home. It provides startups and companies an opportunity to access this talent cloud through an online platform and enables them to find the right freelance professional for their projects. It also enables them to work with them and collaborate with them through an online workroom and ensures delivery of service which is an ESCO-enabled payment gateway. Workstera as a platform not only brings out talent of these women, it also mentors them, curates them. We provide growth opportunities to those service providers who perform well on our platform and let them grow into mentors. We have an all-women team, and our concept is aimed at helping women become micro-entrepreneurs and be financially independent. Employing women enables startups and companies to bring in diversity into their teams and gain stronger business results. I came to NSRCL and this Women Startup Program with just an idea, and the program equipped me with everything required to get started. Women Startup Program is a very comprehensive program and imbibes all the aspects of entrepreneurship, be it design thinking, communication, marketing, you get to know all. In addition to the learnings that I got from the program, there was a very strong networking effect into play between the participants. So during the MOOCs also, all of us collaborated offline and helped each other as much as possible. During the boot camp, 50 of us stayed on campus together and gained a lot from mutual interactions. We discussed our ideas, helped each other, and even practiced mock pitching. We had a lot of fun, but Isha ensured that we worked equally hard. And she believes that we were quite a disciplined lot. I mean, as much as you can expect a group of 50 women to be. Without Women Startup Program and mentoring support from NSRCL, I could not have imagined myself take this journey from idea to a running venture in such a short span of time. I would like to thank NSRCL and Goldman Sachs for this initiative, which made me an entrepreneur. And to pay it forward, I want to help women become micro-entrepreneurs, get started on the path of financial independence through my venture Workstera. Thank you. I would now invite my friend and fellow entrepreneur, Surta Kulkarni, to say something about her venture.
Thanks, Meeta. So I am Surta. I am an IIM Ahmedabad alum, and I have co-founded GoCrackit with an IIM Bangalore alum, Alok, who happens to be incidentally my husband as well. So I will talk a little bit about my venture and how the journey through the Women Startup Program has helped us. So GoCrackit is a career advisory platform which connects students and professionals to mentors, to relevant mentors who are industry and functional experts. Through our structured mentoring process, the mentors help these students and professionals to choose their careers wisely, prepare for the careers, and succeed in those careers. So we have around 150 mentors on the platform who are very diverse in the nature. Some are entrepreneurs, some are product managers, some are management consultants, some are sports managers. So we have this platform and it's doing fine now. So we have been working on this idea since past 2 years. While we were pursuing our jobs, we were doing it part-time. By last October, we had around 2 customers on board, so paying customers, B2B customers, and we are working with around 200 students. So that time in October, I quit my job and I thought that there is something happening and I should focus fully on that. And in November, this program was launched. I signed up for the program and it was a great decision. Since I had already done my MBA, I thought the MOOCs and bootcamp would be easy, it would be a breeze for me. I was totally wrong. The MOOCs, it asked us to do every week some assignments. We had to go out and meet strangers, so it was like a very different experience altogether. MBA helps to some extent, but entrepreneurship is completely different. So after passing through MOOCs and bootcamp, when we got incubated, we ourselves saw a sea change in our attitude and behavior towards our venture. So the mentors over here, they helped us a lot. They helped us pinpoint the levers for our growth, right? And they also helped us to think long term for our venture. In the first 6 months of the incubation itself, we saw growth from 2 customers to 7 customers, 500 students. Our revenues had grown 600%, and we thought, that we had achieved a lot. Just a month ago, there was this pitching event for the seed funding round, and when the judges heard about our revenue projections, they were like, "You are too conservative. You should think 10 times of this." So the struggle is still on. We have miles to go even in this venture, but I would like to thank IMB, NSRCL, Goldman Sachs for taking us to this level, for believing in us and enabling us to build our mentoring platform. It has been a great journey, and all the best to you. I would like to interact with all of you as well. We next have a very interesting entrepreneur, Shambhavi, who is a scientist and who is going to take India, in the research, take India to the top of scientific research.
Thank you, Suraj. I can see how much love we have for each other, right? And that's what NSRCL does for you. 9 months in, that's what we are at. Hi, good afternoon. I'm Shambhavi. I'm the founder of CloudKit. CloudKit is all about improving research productivity in India by providing lifestyle and laboratories with a better platform for managing the materials. Before I started CloudKit, I used to work in the laboratory myself, first in the UK, then in India, trying to find ways to kill cancer cells. What I did find was there was an immense mismatch in the amount of time being wasted by scientists in India just in material management. And that led to the genesis of CloudKit. Now, to move from having a full-time cancer researcher job to leading a startup which was tech-based was scary, still is scary. And while I understood that the problem was big enough and I was frustrated enough to switch careers, the idea of running a business on your own is not an easy one to take. And what really worked for CloudKit was the timing of the WSP program. So when we were at the MOOCs, I was refining the idea of CloudKit. The bootcamp supported us through the ups and downs of beta testing, and the last few months of having incubated here and trying to grow CloudKit has been the most thrilling roller coaster ride I've ever been on. And what I've really loved about the program has been the excellent mentorship. So obviously you get subject matter experts to talk about verticals right from marketing to legalities, because you have no idea of any of those. But what has really worked has been the consistent and overall support provided by not one, but many mentors. Professor Suresh, Rajiv, Naga, Professor Gadi from Tel Aviv University, and very recently Rishikesh, who have been working with us full time nearly to make sure that we have been steady on our track and not meandered very far under the enthusiasm of this first time entrepreneur quest thing. But the star of the show has been Nisha. And I would really like a round of applause for her, because she has really taken her course whenever we have called her. She has connected us with whomever we have requested us, and has even forfeited holidays to be here
to ensure that we stay on our progress track. So thank you, Isha, for that. And I think it has been under this immense support that in the last 9 months, since I last stood on this dais with the top 50 winner, CrossFit has gone from beta testing to having over 100 users and saving laboratories up to 8% of the saving costs already. So that has been a brilliant journey for us. Sorry, and we look forward to continuing that with NSR as well. And finally, before I hand the mic back to Isha, from all the WSP 2016 to 17 participants to all the 2017-2018 participants, a warm welcome. We hope that you enjoy the journey as much as we did, and all the best for your endeavors. Thank you.
That was the presentations of 5 women that we had, and we have an excellent team in NSR as well and IMB, and now that we have different partner institutions across the country, we have an amazing team of support with Shivaji and Professor Ranganath coming in. So we are just enjoying the whole process of spreading this word across to the country. So please be a part of this journey. Get as many people as you can into experiencing this women entrepreneurship program and empowering women to give an economic boost into the country itself. And this platform is also supported, like I said, by big banners like 10K Women from Goldman Sachs and Startup India and Stand Up India from Department of Science and Technology, Government of India as well. So we are there to help you out if you have any queries. I'm open to questions right now, and to conclude this, we can just take the questions now. And probably thank you for VIA also to have given me this wonderful opportunity to pitch the case again, in promoting women entrepreneurship in India. So, and I really am grateful to have been a part of this journey and experiencing this whole program hands-on. I usually come up with, I'm bombarded with questions from all directions from women, especially since this MPWE was initiated from last year. So Professor Suresh has now helped me by getting my team in terms of Deepthi and Isha being there and handling the boot camp for the Bangalore Center, and giving me a lot more support of women themselves to lead the program, because a 6'4" guy cannot take the questions of probably 10,000 women coming across the country itself, right? So I need support of women to take this program forward now as well. So thank you very much, Deepthi and Isha as well, for being there and helping me out on this process. So I really would like to thank IIM Nagpur and VIA for this opportunity, and we really look forward to seeing you in the online course. So, thank you very much. Yeah, so please ask me. I'm here to answer your questions right now, and Deepthi, I think, will certainly help me out on that as well. So, any questions, be it big or small, please fire at me, and I will do my best to answer your questions.
First question from Jen. Okay,
Thank you very much.
Okay. Of course, it is available in your website. What kind of courses are there?
Yes.
Okay. Have you any? If you can show us the brief idea of some important courses, so that keeping in view of this Nagpur community and this geographic area,
Yeah.
and the city of the oranges,
Yeah.
and we looking forward towards this VIA community, lady community. What can be the best course? You just tell.
So, online course, I would say, we have 35 different online courses on IMBX platform right now. And we are the only premier institution in the country to have come up with the MOOC courses.
How much the duration?
It depends from course to course, a minimum of around 3 weeks to a maximum of around 10 weeks online, right? And there are a lot of executive programs in IMB and IM, Nagpur and all across different IMs as well. So all you need to just go to our website and have a look at all the programs that we have. Especially when it comes to MOOC, I think what you are being introduced to is the IMPX platform, which is the edX equivalent of delivering MOOC across the universe, right? So once you're there, Do Your Venture in Entrepreneurship is one of the courses that will introduce you to a MOOC, and in entrepreneurship especially. But you'll still, with this login credentials, you're still able to access a lot of other courses after you complete this course. and most of them are free to audit. So that is the beauty of this program itself. If you just want to audit the course, where I mean audit is when you just listen to the lectures and understand what the different components are, and probably submit the business plans, not really business plans, but the assignment, for example. It's completely free of cost. But if you would want to take up as a verified course, you have to pay a small premium of money to get a certificate of completion to kind of move forward in accounting, marketing, in, human resource management, or any other sectors across management, education in IMB. I hope that answers your question.
Okay. Suppose one more question.
Yes.
Suppose I am promoting organic farming in the western zone.
Yes.
Some ladies, those who want to sell or market the organically produced product.
Yes.
So, what kind of course you are providing to them? Is there any course curriculum for organic farming promotion?
That will come under marketing.
So yeah, that's the marketing. I mean,
a lot of ladies are involved.
Yes.
They have the organic farms.
Exactly.
No, let us just lead it to this program, questions related to this program. Then we will do the other questions. Just I will talk with you, I will be around in Nagpur all the time. And we will discuss.
Okay.
We will just restrict to the questions related to this program and related things.
I think better.
You have questions on that?
Okay.
No, you have questions on that, then you can ask, or anybody else can ask if they have any questions.
So, do we need to submit the project idea before this 20-second course?
Not really, not really. All you need to do is a simple sign-up process that I just showed you guys. So it just requires you to give your postal address, your email address, your phone number, probably, I don't know.
Any other eligibility criteria other than that to sign up?
Like I said,
Yeah.
zero eligibility criteria.
Alright.
All you need to do or be.
No, other than the educational qualification I'm talking about.
Yes.
Yeah.
No age criteria.
Yeah.
No educational criteria, no work experience criteria. The only criteria that counts for this program is a strong will to start a business.
Back value.
Yes. Because this is a rigorous program. It's not going to be easy. We are there to, show you the right path. We are the facilitators. You have to take our input and go in the right direction. If you don't, your idea is going to be. But we'll make sure that
It's a 5-week course, right? And it doesn't have a specific time, number of hours that we need to put every day, because we actually have our own work.
Yes,
schedule.
yes,
So
I understand.
how much time we need to allocate for this on a day-to-day basis?
A maximum of around 3 hours a week is what we are looking at.
3 hours a week?
3 hours a week. So there will be lectures of roughly around 40 minutes a week. I think it's 80 minutes for the whole course this time compared to last year. So there will be hardly like 15 minutes of lecture video, but there will be a lot of reading and component reading that you'll have to do, and a lot of activities where you'll have to go out and reach out to the customers in the market. So there will be some surveys and knowledge checks as part of assignments as well.
It's going to be individual or a group activity, something.
It's completely individual till the end of the program.
I have a question. It has a elitist connotation, whatever I could gather. Do you conduct it in regional language also?
Yes. So this is a very good question. When we reached out to all the partner institutions across the country, the first idea for us to deliver on was also deliver more content on regional
Hindi or Marathi they matlab?
Yes, exactly. So we had identified 5 different regional languages, but we could not unfortunately give it as a deliverer for this year's program, because it was decided, I mean, we had not decided this during the initial phase of
So you're a startup actually.
Yes. We are a startup. We are a startup. We are trying to learn from this program. I would really call this an experiment. I've grown over the years. We've grown as a team over the years, where I had no clue on what the program was and how to handle a program. And today I'm here standing in Nagpur and facilitating a program speech with great personalities here in front of a very massive audience. So it's a personal learning experience for both myself and the institution and everyone who's working as well. So we are a startup and we are promising to give regional language support in the next year. Move forward. So
I'm a doctor. I have my internship left for the next year. Will I be able to manage both the things together? As you know, this is a rigorous.
It's a rigorous program.
It is a rigorous program, yeah. So will I be able to do?
Yeah, you should be able to. See, what we are looking at is full-time incubation period. You are a doctor and you are doing your internship, but what is your idea is going to be in, right? It's going to be healthcare or some product. So, we would really suggest that you focus on your business idea and give it enough time for you to nurture it. I mean, we will not look at those ideas where women are just trying to balance the work life and entrepreneurship life balance. We are looking at people who are really serious about this. And we know that women have enough capacity to handle both the tasks of both work if they have or studies if they have and entrepreneurship itself. We have had experiences of women doing that also. So we will notice that and we will be more than happy to support you if we feel that you are putting in the best of efforts.
No, May 2018 to 19, that 1 year will be an incubation period. So that period you will have to focus full time on the incubation. If you will be able to do that, then I don't think there is any problem in applying now. But you need to be clear that if you are selected from May 2018 to May 2019, 1 year, at that time you are going to be at IIM Nagpur as an incubatee there. So as long as that period is going to be free, you can take part in the course.
So being in internship, I have the entire day, I have to be in hospital anyhow.
No, I understand now, but if you are going to be free from May 2018 to May 2019, then this makes sense. Otherwise, you will not be able to do that incubation. That is what I'm saying. So you have to take a call.
Incubation includes the entire day?
Incubation meaning organization will be set up and you will have an office where you will be working through the day and building your organization. It is not part-time, so it is going to be full-time. So by May 2018, if you are going to be free, then for up to May 2019, in the sense you are going to be involved in building your organization, then you can take part in the program. That's the broad idea.
Also because this is our chance to give an opportunity to someone who really is giving us full time, right? So we don't want to miss out on those who would be missing out just due to the lack of not being there full time. So we really appreciate if people can give full dedication and full time.
After MOOC, what will be the criteria of selection for those 100 ladies?
Yes, during the process of MOOC, you'll be introduced to a lot of languages. I mean, when I say languages that you won't understand, probably like German, French. Why I say that is because entrepreneurship has some concepts which we are really not sure of. Like when they were talking about lean canvas and business model canvas and networking, the problem solution fit, it all sounds new, right? So that is why Professor Suresh has come up with a MOOC which is at the very basic. From the basic level, we will prep you into introducing you to all these concepts. You have to go out and Google these words and try and understand what they are. Like I just gave an example of incubation. It's simple words. You just have to go Google it out and try and understand what is the sense behind it. And that's when you will realize that you are there for a lot of, you're learning a lot of concepts. So the final product of this MOOC would be a lean canvas. So all your idea that was here and all the validation exercises that you're doing is going to be put on paper, put on a piece of paper which we call lean canvas. So a lean canvas will give us the judgment criteria of finding the problem solution fit. If you have figured out in the first 6 weeks of the MOOC that this is the problem, this is the solution, based on customer validation and all the theories of entrepreneurship that I've learned so far, and also the effectuation principles that we taught you and all that, right? That is what we look at. So you submit something as a lean canvas, we will be looking at assessing that, and the best lean canvas will get a chance to come. We also look at the profile of the entrepreneur. So that's anyways there. We do a very rigorous testing mechanism.
Would you recommend this for students?
I would really recommend this for students. I think because we, like I told you, we're looking at last year's submissions of around 25-30% of the participants coming from 22 to 30 years old, right? So students are the future of the country. That's anyway.
So considering, with our limited age, we have a limited outlook, and then we're also kind of like just starting out, so we won't know as much. Would
Yes.
you still recommend it?
Yeah, I would still recommend it because I'll tell you, with recent experience of running another program in IMP for engineering students across the country, which is called the India Innovation Challenge Design Contest, I have realized that a lot of students